Descendants 3 was one of my all-time favorite movies, and it makes me sad that there isn't going to be a part 4. I mean, we don't know yet for sure, but since Cameron Boyce passed away, it's unlikely we will see a 4th chapter without Carlos. Still, I want to know how things turned out for the VKs, don't you? Okay, you talked me into it. I will create my own version of Descendants 4, and you could let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Welcome back, Villain Kids! If you're new to Villy's channel, be sure to subscribe and put the notifications on so you won't miss out on the latest Descendants news. Great! So here we go. It's been 10 years after the barriers were broken down. The VKs are now in their mid-20s and have families of their own. Of course, Mal and Ben were the first to get married, and they now have 2 kids, a 6-year-old girl named Melanie and an 8-year-old boy named Benny Jr. Beauty and the Beast decided to go traveling the world and left Ben and Mal to rule over Auradon as king and queen. And believe it or not, Mal's parents Hades and Maleficent got back together. It happened at Mal's wedding. What started as a brawl ended with a kiss, and the two have been living together happily ever since. They live near the castle and just love spending time with the grandkids. EVIE married Doug 1 year later, and they now have 7-year-old twins, a boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. Doug works at the school as the band conductor, while EVIE spends her days in her shop making beautiful dresses for all the women of Auradon. Surprisingly, EVIE's mom, the evil queen, works with her at the shop and lives in as an in-law behind EVIE and Doug. She also enjoys being with her grandkids, Hansel and Gretel. Carlos and Jane tied the knot the same year as EVIE and Doug. In fact, it was just 6 months later, and a few months after that, the couple opened a dog breeding farm and have 101 Dalmatians. I'm kidding, they don't really have 101 Dalmatians. They only have 88. However, they do have one customer, Cruella, who comes by once a year to buy the fur they get from shaving the dogs. Don't worry, the dogs love being shaved and it grows back within a year. Sadly to say, Carlos and Jane couldn't have kids of their own, so they adopted a son named Dennis. Dennis is 6 years old now, and he is a handful. One time, Hansel, Gretel, Melanie, and Benny Jr. set up a lemonade stand outside the castle, and Dennis spiked the lemonade with rum. You should have seen the line of kids waiting to get a drink, and they kept coming back for more, so the group made out quite well. However, all the kids of Auradon were drunk, including Dennis. But that didn't stop him from taking off with the money jar, causing Benny Jr. to go full beast and Melody to turn full dragon on him. It was a real mess. Benny Jr. went chasing Dennis down the road, but lost his glasses along the way and couldn't see a thing, so he ran right past him. Melanie, who was flying right above Dennis as a dragon, sneezed and accidentally let out a burst of flame that caught the back of Dennis's pants on fire. Dennis stopped and shouted, "And I didn't do anything!" All the kids shouted back, "Liar, liar! Pants on fire!" That's not all the little menace did. Last year, Dennis stole Hades' blue ember and put it in a pile of poop. And it's still there because there are 88 dogs pooping all over, so it's hard to find which pile of poop it's in. Especially since nobody wants to stick their hand in a pile of poop. Jay and Gil pitched in to buy a ship and are now pirates, trolling the seas for treasure. So far, all they found was a glass slipper and an old rusty genie lamp that they keep Jafar in. It was his idea. He loves it in there. Besides, he's not alone. He and Fairy Godmother started dating soon after the barriers were broken down, and she's with him. Uma married Harry Hook a year after his accident. He went water skiing and the lines broke, sending him whirling through the water until he hit his head. Good thing Uma was there to save him. When he came to, he couldn't remember anything, not even Uma's name. However, Uma nursed him back to health, and soon after they were married. They had a baby boy named Jack, who is 4 now and loves to eat beans. Uma is head of the castle's security, and Harry also works at the castle as the top chef. Let's see, who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Dizzy and Celia are roommates, and they both love cake so much that they opened their own bakery together. Things didn't go well at first since neither of them knew how to bake, but after investing in an easy bake oven that had ready mixed cake batter, the business started booming, and still is. And of course there's Audrey. Sweet, sweet Audrey, who's not so sweet anymore. Audrey married Chad Charming, but unfortunately things didn't work out between them after he caught her digging through piles of poop trying to find the blue ember. However, the two are now going to counseling, trying to make things work. Did I mention that their counselor is Dr. Facilier? He decided to go back to school to get his degree and is now a marriage counselor. Squeaky and Squirmy started a rock band called the New BKs and soon made it big. Their albums are being sold all over Auradon, and the group is now touring all over Disney World. And it just so happens that Belle and Beast are there, so they will get to see them perform live. As you can see, things are going quite well for the BKs and everyone else in Auradon, except for Jane and Carlos, who are thinking of returning Dennis and going to see some guy by the name of Rumpelstiltskin who may be able to help them have their own child. On second thought, maybe they would be better off just sticking with Dennis. What do you think? Let me know in the comments and share your plot theories about Descendants 4 with the other villain kids. I'm Lady Blah Blah, and as always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to put a like, subscribe, and share this video with your villain friends.